Hello, collective. I am here to give you your medicine bag Monday read on the energies in play this week ahead of us, what we have in store, and the best way for us to move through the shifts that happen on the path as we move through this week and how to do so in the most empowered way, okay? I have Ted here with me, my German Shepherd ally, so you may hear him in the background now and then. Sometimes he has something to contribute to the conversation. He may need to go outside. He likes to pull this when we're, in middle of recording. This is kind of his MO, Ted always wants to make his presence known. He wants to be seen. He wants to be heard. He wants to be acknowledged. And perhaps this is something that's coming in for you this week, collective, Perhaps you're noticing areas in your life where you're not feeling the space is being held for you. And it was 111 on the clock when I said that. So, there's some new beginning coming forward here. And I just got the hit that perhaps it's not that you're not being seen, you're not being heard, that there isn't space held for you, but that might have more to do with you not letting yourself be seen, letting yourself be heard, and holding space for yourself. So this piece just came in. Something to hold space for as you move through this week. I would also say, sink into that a little bit and maybe begin just by creating the space to hold some of those questions. See what emerges when you just give yourself some time away from the outward distractions and allow what needs to surface around that to surface in you. But I'm also kind of like getting this piece that there's something you're supposed to bring forward. I feel like this creative energy that's been building, and I think that it's building across the board for all the signs. And this is something to really tap into right now. How is your creative energy being expressed in the world? Are you expressing it? And I think this is the way that people are needing to be seen and heard right now. And creativity, art, it can hold such a beautiful container for whatever emotions you need to bring forward, whatever viewpoint you have to express, however you want to make your energy manifest in the world. Creativity holds an incredible container for that. 3 on the clock when I said that, even, okay? It's like, it's this way to really unite all those 3 energies, mind, body, spirit. Also, as above with so below, coming through the channel of you, all right? So there's this sort of like Trinity energy coming forward as well. And 3 may be a number to be on the lookout for this week. 3s have a lot to do with your spirit guides, your spiritual support, your spiritual cheerleading team, but also those people in your life who also play that role, people that you can count on, that they show up for you, and they know how to show up in the deeper places too, not just skimming the surface. So yes, there's something coming forward around this week. All right, so look for that to come in. I will call out signs in this read if they come up. It's not always front and center, but when it does, I will speak to it. Don't get too attached to the signs. I do bring them through because sometimes it can really dial in a message if you're getting a hit that like, oh yes, this is really my story. I've been feeling this energy. This has been building for me. But when it comes to the signs, when we're looking at like major arcanas, it can be something as simple as, an archetype, which when it comes to an archetype, like we all can express an archetypal energy. So it could apply to anyone across the board. And when we're looking at court cards, who actually signify players on the board, people in the situation, or what members of the collective may be feeling these messages strong, most strongly. It could be anywhere where you have one of those signs, prominently aspected in your chart. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node. We also have to throw Mars and Mercury into the mix, just with, that Pluto energy going retrograde, and Mars and Pluto both rule over Scorpio. So, this kind of energy is front and centered right now. So you do want to look in your chart. Notice where your Mars is. Notice where your Pluto is. Do you have any Scorpio in your chart? What house? What house is Scorpio located in your chart? All of these things give clues about, where the work is to be done this week, where to bring the focus, where to bring the attention. And we got a lot of cards coming out on the board. But, just to bring that point back around, I know I can go off on tangents sometimes, it's just flowing with the energy, but when it comes to those signs, just recognize, that you don't know every single person's birth chart. You don't know every single person you're dealing with. You don't know where they have all their signs aspected. I mean, some you may, if you have a very close relationship and you've shared that information. But in general, I just don't want you to get too attached to signs, and instead just think of the energy. Think of an energy that an Aquarius, expresses in the world. And that gives you an idea of the type of energy in play in the situation, or who might be, fitting that description. It's all interchangeable. These signs that came forward, Scorpio, Aquarius, these may be in the forefront this week. So just something to play around with. And, if you haven't already, do subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can stay updated on everything I'm bringing in here. I got a lot I'm going to be developing on this channel as I move forward. I'd love for you to be able to stay tuned with all of it. If you feel inspired by the read, or you have a piece you'd like to bring forward, if you'd like to be seen and heard, please drop a comment. I'd love to get to know my subscribers. I'd love to let this be sort of a starting point for meaningful conversations where we can all bring our voices in, share whatever experiences we're having on our paths, and let this be a real supportive space for everybody, okay? And if you think that somebody could benefit from this reading, hear its message, pass it on. And if you dig what I bring to the table, please, show a little love, hit that thumbs up. It would be most appreciated. So we got a real action-packed week ahead of us. And it's all looking really good, actually. This is a very interesting time we're in right now. We're in preparation for the wheel turning, that wheel of fortune, all right? So this is like moving into a period where we're sort of doing the checks and balances. We're making sure all systems are go. We're looking at the foundation of things. Are we setting things up in a way where they're streamlined, where they're efficient, that supports the manifestation? When I, went to go and dive into that, it was 8:22 on the clock, okay? So 8s are all about manifestation. 4, 2 and 2, 4 is about stability, okay? So this is about really looking at the template you're setting to build upon, because things have been a bit slow, the energy's been a bit laggy recently, and we do have Mercury in retrograde, we have Pluto in retrograde, we have this backwards motion going on. So we see that, with the 4 of Swords, it's definitely been a time sort of taking things at an easier pace, a little bit of a slowdown, a moment of pause. A pregnant pause, because there's something that's going to fill this space. Even though it's not here now, it's on its way, all right? We know that with the Wheel of Fortune, stuff is going to be coming in. And actually, there's going to be a lot of choices in front of you, okay? A lot of choices in front of you. Some of you have some choices to make right now about how you need to direct your energy. There is a need to take some action to get things moving, but it begins with you on a personal level. This isn't about looking at situations that you have to resolve things with other people. This is all about you. The influence and the focus at this time is very much on the self and what is your piece to hold. What actions do you need to take right now to take responsibility for the direction of your life? And in order for you to take those actions, have you laid the groundwork? Do you have a solid foundation beneath you? What things do you need to streamline in your daily routine? What things do you need to tend to in your daily self-care so you can be up to the challenge when the energy starts moving and it comes time for you to actually put your actions into motion to build this new future you're calling in for yourself, okay? And, I got Ted here. Ted is like here insisting on my attention. So I feel it's really important that you give yourself this space, right? You give yourself this space right now in this little breathing room you have, okay? This little breathing room you have, because we got about 4 more weeks in this energy, okay? 4 more weeks in this energy. Once we hit that summer solstice point, this wheel turns and everything that was stuck starts moving forward very rapidly. And you're going to have so many choices in front of you. There's going to be so many doorways that you could walk through. 11:11 on the clock when I said that, okay? This is all divinely guided. I've been talking for a while now about a directional reroute. Well, you're all about to get one, okay? Get ready for it. All right. If there's loose ends you got hanging around that you need to tend to, get to tending to them. If you have habits that you're supporting in your lifestyle right now by not taking the necessary actions you need to take on an individual level to like clean up your act, get your shit in order, get things organized. Get yourself in a real supportive place where what I'm feeling very strongly is the need for a solid self-care routine, something that's simple, something that's non-negotiable, and something that can really hold you up during the times when you're very busy and moving into action and fielding all of these opportunities, all of these things that are going to be coming your way once we hit that summertime. 12:12 on the clock when I said this, okay? So this is all about that help, that support, that supportive energy. You need to bring it in for yourself. You're going to have support from outside sources, okay? When all this kicks off, you will. But it all begins with you. All right. And I really want you to take that to a very deep level right now and think about how that translates. It was 12:33 on the clock when I said that. 3. There again, it's like the supportive people, the supportive influences, the helpful people, the guiding forces that come in when there's all these varied options and you're not sure which one to choose. As you navigate your choices, you're going to need to create an environment for yourself, a routine for yourself that puts you in this place where despite all these outside distractions, you're able to come into your center for a moment and go, let me just sit in my center. And when I say center, I'm not just talking about that center that you create within yourself, this inner pillar of strength, but this center that you create in your environment, okay? So a room, a corner, some place outdoors, a nice park bench, whatever, your center, your place where you can go, you can sit, you can tune in without any distractions, and you can really think about, what do I want to be nourished by, that light, that growing light that's going to come in the summer, that solar energy. What am I really wanting to harvest this year? Okay. It's really time to think about that. How do you want your life to transform? Where are you experiencing stuck patterns where you want to get the energy moving? You have to set up the template for it right now. It was 14:14 on the clock when I said that. 5:5. It's necessary change. And necessary change also that comes in swiftly and sometimes uncomfortably when we're looking at 5 energy, all right? It can be a bit of an upheaval. But the more that you dial in this piece, these changes that are going to come in, they're coming. They're coming in the summer. You may not think so now. You may be sitting here listening to what I'm saying right now and going, I don't know. I mean, things have kind of just been like same old forever. Ted's in agreement with that. But the reality is this quickening energy, it's building, it's coming. And if you tune in and you create this space to create your center, I think you're really going to feel it. You're going to feel it. You'll feel the building of the energy. You just got to tap into it, man, okay? And you're going to want to have stability when this happens, because there will be a need for you to not be distracted by all the action whirling about you and all the diverging opinions about what you should do, what door you should choose, you know, or even your own Ted's like moving my camera here. Even your own ideas. I had to bring it back to center. See? The distractions. The distractions can move you out of your center. So you need to create a good, solid self-care routine. Have, you know, something that's non-negotiable. I'd say a good morning routine, a good evening routine that winds you down for the night, you know, and something simple you can do during the day to sort of have a way to, you know, just drop in for a moment with yourself in middle of the busyness of your day. A very easy way to do that is with the HALT method, which is just taking a moment to stop wherever you are, putting one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, closing your eyes for just a moment, okay? Just taking that pause and asking yourself, what am I feeling right now? What do I need right now? You know? You can go through the actual acronym checklist if you need to, if you're somebody who struggles with issues of maybe feeling anxious, or if you notice that you have disassociative tendencies, if you have a way to kind of like hit the eject button when you're going through stuff, you're going through the busyness of your day, you encounter stress or you feel overwhelmed. It's a way to kind of like bring you back into your body, get you stabilized, and figure out, why am I feeling activated at this moment? What's going on, and what can I do to tend to the real need, right? So you have to be embodied to really be able to feel your way through. And I think this is an important piece coming in, right? Because we're talking about coming into your center, right? Well, you gotta be in that place, be seated in your intuition in order to navigate the terrain that's coming in front of you, okay? So that involves being embodied. It means getting in your body. A lot of people think of intuition and they think of sort of all this woo-woo stuff like, ooh, my third eye is lit, you know? And all this sort of etheric kind of stuff. But the reality is your intuition is found by going in. It's by getting really rooted into your physical body that you will be in better contact with your intuition. It's that gut level impulse, okay? It's being driven by what your gut is telling you. I will also say that those of you who are dealing with digestive issues right now, work on your gut health. This will also strengthen your intuition. So, you know, clear out the ama, clear out the congestion, clear out the undigested, you know, not just food, but emotional experiences, you know, habitual thought patterns, things of this nature. You know how you can begin to do that so simply, so effortlessly, is just by boiling up a pot of water and just, you know, putting it in a thermos and sipping on hot water throughout the day is one of the most effective ways for breaking up ama in the body. And ama is like toxic buildup. It's produced most frequently by excess kapha, okay? And that can like sort of drag our energy down. It can feel really stuck. You know, if you're dealing with lots of obstacles in your life on, you know, an externalized level, that's related to that like kapha energy, that heavy energy. You know, to get things moving, you move the internal obstacles. It will mirror in your external reality. I love bringing this Ayurvedic piece in. It's very true. You know, it's all a template for one another. Like there is no separation. Macrocosm is reflected in microcosm, okay? So this message is really coming through very powerfully this week, that it all begins with you. So what you want to see move on the outside, you also need to first start moving it within yourself, okay? The very important piece coming in. I feel like this is really necessary to sort of like do this clearing. Start digesting those experiences, you know? Let your fire come forward, let your Agni come forward so you can start to digest these experiences. With that hot water, you can even slice up some ginger, you know? You can slice up some ginger root and you can throw it in that water and boil it up 2020 on the clock when I said that. And that's great for igniting your Agni, your digestive fire. But Agni is also that transformational fire within us that allows us to take those habits that are holding us back, the thoughts that are toxic to our consciousness, these kind of energies, and we can offer them up upon the pyre of Agni and burn away those illusions, okay? Because Seven of Cups is also about illusions, you know, the ways we keep ourselves stuck by not seeing the truth, that we do have this inner fire, we do have this ability to transform, we do have the ability to transmute and to direct our energy in a new way, okay? This is really about coming into the center, though, to set it up. And it begins with taking care of yourself. So, you know, having that dinacharya, the morning routine, and like an evening dinacharya, a bedtime routine, something you do to unwind, relax your energy, you know, at night so you can get good quality sleep, right? And then in the middle of your day, just taking a break from the busyness and get centered for a moment, just tuning in with that halt method, you know. You could go down the checklist if you need to, okay? You could go down the checklist if you are somebody who deals with these kind of like you feel activated, or maybe you have unprocessed trauma still in your consciousness, your awareness, your energy body, your tissues, right? Most of us do on some level. You can take a moment and ask yourself when you tune in like that, H, am I hungry? All right? Am I hungry? And let's say you're like, yeah, I do feel a sense of hunger, but it's not physical hunger. Well, what are you hungry for? See if you can tap into that piece. What am I hungry for? What is it that I'm needing right now? You can go down the others too. A, am I angry? Okay. Or you could add your own, you know, experiment with this. Am I apathetic? Am I agitated? Am I activated, right? Okay. L, am I lonely? Or am I feeling lazy? Or am I lethargic? Is my physical energy low and sluggish, right? T, am I tired? Do I feel like I'm about to throw a temper tantrum? You know, because my inner child is acting up. I'm not having enough fun. I'm pushing myself too hard. This is all about finding the ways to bring yourself into balance, but it begins with going within. It's not looking outside of yourself, okay? It's not looking to any outside expert or authority. It's by you coming into your center, dropping into your center, and leaning into the feeling. Let feeling guide you more this week, because feeling is really going to help you with these choices, and creating routines, practices that stabilize you and remind you to come back to you, to your center, to what you're feeling can be very helpful. In terms of on a practical level, what kind of morning routine? Just something very simple, you know, just doing some kind of additional self-care to your usual morning routine, which often involves, you know, brushing your teeth, washing your face, maybe taking a shower, these kind of things. You could add additionally to that maybe some time to sort of set your intention for your day with a little meditation or a little mantra, or simply just writing it out. What are your goals for the day? How do you want to focus your energy on this day? And maybe add a little movement in, some exercise. That could be as simple as doing, you know, 10 sun salutations, 10 rounds of sun salutations, or it could be something more involved. You could choose a video on YouTube from, one of these fitness channels, and you could change your workout every day according to how you're feeling. That's an idea for like a morning routine. Evening routine would be more unwinding practices, whatever you find relaxing, and it's different for everybody. So sort of get in touch with that. Maybe it's a little restorative yoga, or maybe you just want to go and spend some time sitting under the moonlight and stargazing and drinking a nice cup of herbal tea and just sort of reviewing your day. It could involve journaling, or just relaxing, doing nothing, listening to some soothing music, treating yourself to a sound bath like we were talking about the other week. Anything that helps you calm down, get centered, and prepared to rest deeply and receive. The more that you put like these foundational practices in place now, when this energy really gets moving, when summer comes in, and in your material reality, you're starting to see all these opportunities come in. The energy's moving fast. You have to make quick decisions, and you're going to be in action mode, okay? Action mode coming in right in Pitta season, right? With that fire energy, you're going to be in action mode. All right. You got to clear a way for the pathway for that fire, for that Agni to come through now. So you got to get all the stuff, all the blockages out. Get that Ama out internally. Okay. Get your environment, your home environment free of clutter. Get things organized. Set yourself up with spaces to be able to do what you need to do. If you work at home, tidy up your workspace. Make things more efficient. Set up your environment so it is stress relieving, not stress producing, and notice the ways that you are encouraging more stress or agitation in your environment by how you currently have things set up, and how can you change it and make it different. This is going to help so much in moving forward when all these choices come in and this energy starts to move. We see that it's just like such a beautiful energy that's coming in with the summer collective. We got the Sun card here, okay? This is the happiest card in the deck, all right? The Sun promises success. It was 27:27 on the clock when I said that, okay? 9/9 energy, that's 18, that's 9, that's 999 energy. We are wrapping up an old cycle and we're preparing to step into this light, okay? So it's like wrap it up this week, okay? Because you're getting ready to move into this place of the joy building in your life, the light coming in to grow those things that you dream of, So really get clear on what those things are for you, because there's going to be opportunities coming in, and there's going to be this spirit of celebration, but it is going to create a lot of movement, right? And I do feel like this is a very creative energy too that's coming in. There's something about creativity. And if you're one of these people that's like, oh, I'm not creative at all, bullshit. Yes, you are. Everybody has this creative power inside of them. And it's just about finding out how do I express my creativity? So I encourage you to do this week. Explore your creativity. It's another way you can travel into your center, okay? It's another way you can travel in. And whether it's through, creating a medicine song, or whether it's through creating a medicine dance, or whether it's through painting a medicine painting, or playing your guitar, or even cooking a beautiful meal and serving it up with love. Like whatever it is, connect with your creativity this week, okay? There's some kind of key here. But there's something that wants to come through you. There's something that wants to come through creatively, all right? And this is also going to help you do that emotional integration, right? It's going to allow you to digest that ama from old people, places, things that are still kind of in your system. It's time for you to really come into your element, your energy. That's what prepares you to step into this light. With the Judgment card, coming up right after it, we know that collectively we're all about to get a bless up. That's what's going on here. We're all about to get a bless up. And it's about making yourself ready to receive it with this Queen of Cups energy. So this is water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Look where you have those signs in your chart. This will let you know what places inside you need to nourish right now. It also might give you a clue as to where your glow up is going to manifest in your life, all right? So pay attention to that. Look at the house of Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. See, do you have any planets there? Do you have any significant placements there? And these are the areas of your chart that you really want to nourish. And if you don't know what your placements are, your natal chart, go to Astro Dienst. You can get it done for free. Really thorough chart. So this is what I have for you this week. Prepare the ground for what's going to grow and bloom when that sun comes in and starts nourishing it, calling in the warmth into our lives again. Beautiful message. Have a good one, collective.